Everybody, and happy Pesach Sheni. I am finally going to do what I've been planning for years to do, and that is to review matzahs. I know it's kind of an awkward thing to do. I just need to do it so I remember for next year which matzahs I liked and which ones were not so great. I put a collection here of approximately 10 to 12 different matzahs. It's not all of them, but it's kind of a decent idea of what there is and what there isn't. Pesach Sheni is the concept of Sinishtaker Farfallen. It's never too late. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to break it up into a few different categories. I'm going to break it up into thickness, thin, crunchy, flavor, freshness, and you guys do with it as you like, because as every single person I've spoken to about matzah, everybody's got a different opinion. Flavor, no flavor. I love thick, I love thin, I love it crunchy, I love it soggy, I love it stale. Whatever you guys like, you'll take it from what I present you here with and do with it as you please. I'm going to start in no specific order and in no specific type of bakery. I'm just going to tell you what it is. Okay? There's the absolute type of brand of matzah that comes from Israel, which is the common matzah, which is used for mivtzayim, which is used for giving out. So you have like this one here, which is the shmura matzah from Vishnitz, from Bnei Brak. Honestly, yeah, they look perfect. They absolutely do. They don't taste that great. I'm not going to taste it. Matzahs came. Okay, on another note, I am going to taste it, so you can hear the crunch. Actually, not bad. It's a month later. It still has a crunch to it, but not much flavor. Tastes like kind of a cracker out of the box, and it's pretty thick. There's another one that comes from another one from Rabbi Matzah. I don't know if I have it here. That was also another one that actually was like a giveaway matzah. That was actually not bad. All right, now I'm going to go over, this is actually my favorite. This is called matzahs kemimiyas. They're actually the most kosher, all the hidurim that you could buy. Extremely thick, but extremely crunchy. There is no better flavor and crunch in this matzah. Every matzah tastes incredible. It's an experience of its own. I'm also going to show you something very interesting here. It's the only matzah in I don't know how many years that actually comes to you completely sealed. It's in a Ziploc bag, which not one other bakery does. They charge you $30 a pound. You would think they can afford a Ziploc bag. Well, this one does, and it's always fresh. It tastes like it was baked today. So an A+ for kemimiyas. Their pricing is not bad. $34 a pound, $27 a pound. If it works for you, that's great. Montreal Matzah Bakery has had a good name for a lot of years. I've tasted them over the years. Over the years, they've had some nice crunchy matzah. This past year, 2018, they were thinner and it's all right. Didn't have much flavor. I did not love it this year. It was definitely not. I don't know what's going to be next year because it's definitely not consistent with its flavor from last year. So I didn't love it this year. This one here, this is by far the most expensive matzah, but also kind of like the least expensive, because as all the other matzahs, you're getting between 6 and 7 matzahs a pound. That's it. Which means a third of a matzah is enough for a kazayas. This one here is actually extremely unique. They're known for their thinness. You get about 13 to 14 matzahs a pound. It doesn't exist anywhere in the world. So for those of you who love thin, the Haredi Matzah Bakery out of Borough Park, they absolutely have the best matzah for those. I personally don't love it. It has a bit of a paper taste. This year actually tasted much better, and it was much more edible. But for those of you who love thin, by far the thinnest, best matzah that exists is this one. Still tastes okay. This is the Shacher hand matzahs. I was able to get a few pieces of it. I don't really know it. I'm going to test it right now. Decent thinness. Not extremely thick. Pretty thin, and also pretty good on the flavor. So I have to give Shots and Matzah, I have to give them out of a 10. I definitely would give them an 8 out of 10. I don't know their pricing though. This one here is Crown Heights Matzah. Crown Heights Matzah throughout all the years has been known for its flavor. I have to give them, they always had a 10 out of 10 on flavor. One thing, their thickness was unbearable, and it always got stale because they can never put it in a plastic bag. Basically, it's a week old, tastes like it's a month old or 2 months old. Flavors still taste incredible. They could definitely work on their thin, and they're preserving the freshness of it by just putting it in a bag. And they'd be very good. This year though, from what I tasted from Crown Heights Matzah, was very good. Borough Park Matzah. Very pleasantly surprised. The whole wheat matzah, I gotta say, their thickness level, pretty thick. It's not thin, but full of flavor and very crunchy. And you do get a matzah experience, one that you like. For those of you who love a crunchy cracker, very, very good, full of flavor, will not let you down. Same Montreal matzah. And this box over here, this has a Chassam Sefer Hefsher on it. Oh, and Kamenetsky. So I assume this is from Dnepropetrovsk, from Ukraine. Very well packaged. Missing the plastic, though, would be very nice. I'm going to taste this. Not bad. The price of these matzahs, I believe, are approximately, I think, $13 or $15 a pound. You're not getting cheaper than that. If this can be preserved as fresh, I believe this would have a 7 out of a 10. It's got the right thickness. It's got decent flavor. The freshness is the only thing that it needs to work on in order to get the perfect packaging. Thank you. And again, if any of these bakeries would actually put in some plastic bag inside to actually keep the preservative of the matzah, they'd be extremely successful. And next year, as it comes, as I believe the market will become more saturated with more matzah, as this year has been a flood of all the different matzahs from around the world, we will have an abundance. I bli neder will try to do another review next year within a month before Pesach, so I can actually still taste it and give you an honest review. In the meantime, enjoy and do with it and let it help you and educate you in any way you can. Thank you, and have a happy Pesach Sheni.